Hello, it is Dream, and today I'm doing a short should you pull video for the brand new EX Millard and EX Lumis that they have released today. We got these on short notice. We did not know these units were coming. I mean, we figured they were coming for Christmas, but we didn't know we were going to get them this early in December. We thought it was going to be another dead week, but yesterday they surprised us with their trailers on Twitter, and they also hinted that Millard EX would be getting some buffs, which he severely needs. So in this video, I'm going to go over those buffs and give my opinion on whether he is now pull worthy, and then also my thoughts on Lumis. Let's start with Millard, since he is the one that got changes in his global release. The first thing I'd like to point out is his passive. His passive that used to give him SP back on taking damage is now start of battle, grant all allies excluding self a 15% HP barrier. This is about a 400 to 600 HP barrier, depending on how high you get his HP with accessories and awakenings. But more importantly, it means that he does not have to cast HP barrier for you to start out with it at the beginning of a battle. This is notable because he now has an active battle skill that allows him to up the entire front row's physical and elemental attack by 15%. But if the target that he is buffing also has one of his HP barriers up, then he also buffs you by 15% active damage up. This can be paired with Rinyu's 15% active damage up at level 100 to cap off an entire team's all damage 30% up. This is insane. We basically get this combination much later down the line with ODOO from the Live Alive collab. However, they're giving it to us early as an incentive to pull for Millard. Meaning that for the time from now until Live Alive collab, he is basically going to be one of the best speed clear units to use for buffing. However, as insanely good at that niche as he is if you're a speed clear runner, his buff combo is a lot harder to set up in the middle of battle. This is because he has to use either 3 BP on a regular skill or his ultimate to give a shield, and then the entire front row has to hold the shields until the next turn when he can use a 2 BP or 3 BP buff. Now this can be achieved on certain turns where you know the enemy isn't going to be doing damage skills, only debuffs and buffs, or on turns where he's going to do a single target attack and you give Millard EX something like an Adia A4 to always tank that hit on that in-between turn. But even that ideal scenario that I'm describing already requires a collab unit's A4. And then on top of all of this, it is a Millard EX, meaning that he has all of Millard's base stats, meaning that he's not suddenly a great attacker for spear or really even for ice. And then for his own A4 accessory, it remained exactly the same. It is a very good one in terms of giving HP and giving you HP regen. However, it's not game changing. It's not super important. It's kind of just a cherry on top after an A3 on a tank unit like this. And I use tank unit very generously considering he does not have a way to taunt himself. I also want to give the context that we already have some units that give the most important 15% buffs to the entire front row. Richard being a prime example of giving physical attack, sword, and spear up to the point where Rinyu will cap off with just Richard. You don't even need Millard EX in that situation. Also, people like A2 don't need his buff. Her Berserk plus a Rinyu will already cap up. So Millard will only be coming to parties that Richard doesn't already fill that slot for. So with all of that said, should you pull for EX Millard? If you are a whale, go for it. It's worth the lap. It's worth one copy. I'm sure that you'll find some use in him in some crazy strat for an easy or fast clear on hard content. If you are a regular spender, someone who buys the really good half-price deals, maybe spends upward to $60 to $100 every other month-ish, that kind of area, this is probably an easy skip. You're basically just going to hold. You will get this combo in ODOO. Your rubies are better spent on his banner anyway. This goes doubly so for all of the free-to-players that are listening right now. He is definitely a unit that relies on having a wide roster of A4s and other very powered-up units to be able to abuse speed strategies with. So if you don't already have those units, you're not going to be able to take advantage of him as well as other people can. And then lastly, in terms of using him as a tank or a damage nullifier, we have EX Fior. You basically would never need to use Millard EX in the case that EX Fior exists. So now let's talk about the other character that released tonight alongside Millard, Lumis EX. Lumis is unfortunately a very underwhelming character, and it's not because her kit isn't good, it's just because Hunter really isn't that good. She's basically the Hunter Lightning of Rondo. Rondo is a very strong unit because of the things that he hits, sword and light. And he also has an ultimate that makes him be able to spam his best skill, his AoE 5 hit. Lumis has a similar skill to that, just without the ability to refresh her BP as efficiently and as quickly. She's basically a gimped Rondo that hits worse weaknesses in my mind. I would have liked to see her also get some buffs on global to make her a little bit more unique or a little bit easier to use. However, they didn't decide that she was worthy of that, and so because of that, I don't think she's worthy of your rubies. I think that it's an easy skip if you are whale, free to play, spender, everything. She's unfortunately only a waifu, and she will stay that way. And then to wrap it all up, let's talk about the shop packs. I hope that you guys spent everything that you possibly could on those Black Friday deals, because boy, were they deals. We got our Christmas deals today, and they are just almost exact copies of the regular packs that we already have in the shop at all times. And so for that, they are easy skips. Your wallet can rest easy, probably for the rest of this month, probably almost until 1.5 anniversary, when we start getting things like pet packs and stuff like that. So definitely save your money until there's good deals. Never spend on bad deals like these. And with that, that pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to say. Hope you guys enjoy all of the new content around the new trial tower. Hope you guys get to have fun with all the new units that we've gotten recently. I know I've been having a lot of fun using Sarisa and Primrose EX inside of the Dragon board to finally get that farm nice and stable, nice and easy. So yeah, I look forward to the next video I get to see you guys in. Until then, stay safe, stay cute, much love, boo, yeah.